When publishing changes, so does society. Cave paintings and the internet, their impacts on the creative industry. In 1994, the French Chauvet cave painting was found, one of the oldest cave paintings ever discovered. Carbon dating shows that the painting was done 35,000 years ago. What's special about these cave paintings is that it is a platform in which depicts animals such as mammoths, lions, and rhinoceroses. These creatures, according to Jean Clots, an archaeological scholar, were animals that were rarely hunted. You might wonder, so? What was recently discovered, these paintings were in fact modified over thousands of years by multiple painters, which could explain the three-dimensional shapes depicted, as it was edited by early humans with evolving intelligence. This could possibly be seen as the earliest form of collaborative art. Much like a wiki, we could see that the multiple collaborators are responsible for editing and publishing new information. You could even say that those cave paintings was a page in a wiki in a different form. Think about it. The page depicts what animals were rarely hunted, so it's a piece of information, and it was edited by multiple ages in history. Cave paintings has a very huge impact on creative industry, constrained only by early communication issues and technology. Unified language was obviously not achievable thousands of years ago, so they used illustrations to educate hunters on the past and chronicle their lives through art. Furthermore, there are three main issues why cave paintings were made by humans. 1. To decorate their living quarters. 2. They believed that painting them would help them catch the beast. Kinda superstitious. And 3. It is an archive of their adventures, a way for them to document their strengths and failures in their lives to help themselves and their descendants. We live in an age of power. From the ashes of Web 1.0, which lacks opportunities for user-generated content, it synthesizes consumers and producers, which gives us the power to not only assimilate content, but also produce our own. Whereas the right to produce content thousands of years ago was done specifically by a role in villages, such as Paleolithic shamans. Now in contrast, the internet. Obviously we don't use it to mark how many dead bears we slaughtered, but what's very different with the internet is what used to be two separate components, publishing and distribution, which are now done simultaneously, whereas the distribution phase of cave paintings may lay dormant depending on whether people find them. And even then, the published works could be published as images on the web or as published collection of multiple cave paintings. Music or creative art could be edited and rewritten with the complicated metadata embedded into the wiki's programming. Cave paintings have very limited parameters. People were limited to using whatever resources and tools they could find to illustrate on the walls. And there was no real way to distribute the drawings, which means it's limited by fixed space and time. And it is because of the internet, which diversifies sources of information, that music by prosumers could now be published online and distributed globally to virtually anyone. It is not fixed at a single point, but the source of information becomes enacted that could affect other nodes in a specific system or approach. As publication technology, the internet has a wider and more global reach. It's a shared common space that allows people to exercise two-way communication simultaneously. Communication with fans could now be held outside of spatial boundaries, allowing people to send messages and comments to other people instantaneously. Cave paintings are primitive. Motion pictures, illustrations, and sound are integral parts to using the internet, in contrast to cave paintings, which is limited to covering a single media type. But the biggest difference between cave paintings and the internet is existence. This could also be seen as a difference between print and online media. Cave paintings may have survived thousands of years, but not all of it could be uncovered. Through sheer luck, some of them survive till this day. But compared to electronic data, there will always be a record of it on website archives or as a physical copy, such as a person's hard drive. We also can't forget how the internet has radically changed how we purchase music and other creative works. Intellectual property rights, illegal downloads are contemporary issues that weren't very big deals compared to early humanity. Professional publishers are finding new ways to earn money through implementing paywalls or shifting its method of production from a printed one to an electronic one. Take Marvel Comics for example, and its change from trade paper comics to digital comics. Let's look at it this way. Imagine the user's YouTube channel as a platform, a canvas in which we modern people use to create cave paintings or music. Only these paintings are in fact in a large cave the size of the planet, and everyone could interact with each other's illustrations and ideas. This obviously could not be achieved thousands of years ago. To conclude, we're no different from what we were thousands of years ago. Looking at the internet, music and images are produced and draws a full circle to what publishing was and always will be. Society may have changed as a result of how publishing works, but what hasn't changed is the type of message we try to produce.